The Minister for Youth and Sports, an MP for Yagba Kubore, Honorable Mustafa Yusuf, Ministers of State here present, our host Member of Parliament for Ayawasu West Bogon, Lydia Seriam Al-Hassan, also the incoming Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, Members of Parliament here present, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, the Mayor of Accra Metropolitan Assembly, the District Chief Executive of Ayawasu West Wagon, Ayawasu West District, all MMDCs here present, Herbert Mensah, President of African Rugby, President of the Ghana Olympic Committee, Executive Chairman of the Local Olympic Committee, Dr. Kweku Fosi Asari, and members of the LOC. I must acknowledge the AU Commissioner for Health, Humanitarian Affairs and Social Development, Her Excellency Minata Sesuma, contractors and consultants who have done an excellent job, the Ghana Supporters Union, TESCOM, friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, I extend warm greetings to all of you for gracing this important ceremony. About 3 months ago, I embarked on an inspection tour of this facility and others in Botema as we marked the 100 days countdown to the 13th Africa Games, to be hosted here in Ghana for the first time in our nation's history. I am excited to be back and in your distinguished company for the commissioning of yet another facility, the University of Ghana Sports Stadium and Rugby Stadium for the 13th African Games. 2 weeks ago, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo commissioned the ultra-modern Botema Sports Complex, which boasts of multiple world-class sports arena, which will be used for the African Games. The commissioning of the University of Ghana Sports Stadium and Rugby Stadium is another giant step by Ghana, which indicates our preparedness to host the African Games in just a few days' time. At the time we won the bid to host the African Games, Ghana had inadequate multi-sports infrastructure, and this placed enormous responsibility on us to build more infrastructure to make the dream of hosting our first ever African Games possible. We said, yes, we may not have the infrastructure for now, but it is possible. Some Ghanaians wrote Ghana off and said it was not possible for Ghana to host the African Games given the time that was left. But we were determined and we persevered to the vision and commitment of the government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who was bent on bringing the African Games to Ghana for the first time in our history. Our vision and commitment has paid off, and today Ghana has built world-class sports facilities, which are not only making it possible for us to host the Africa Games, but will also leave the country a huge infrastructure legacy, which will significantly impact sports development in the country. At the Boteman Sports Complex, which the President commissioned just a few weeks ago, we have world-class multi-purpose domes for many indoor games and a world-class aquatic center with a warm-up pool. Here at Lagos, the facilities we are commissioning today include a 10,000 capacity stadium with a modern Mando track for athletics competition, a standard warm-up athletic track, as well as a modern rugby stadium. The Minister for Sports was just whispering to me that this modern rugby stadium is the largest in West Africa. And I am not surprised to see Herbert Mensah here to take a look at this stadium and to honor what has also been done. I am particularly excited about the completion of the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, which, with other facilities, due to its checkered history. As we all know, the construction of the stadium started under the government of His Excellency President J.A. Kufuor over 15 years ago. However, the construction of this stadium was completely abandoned by successive governments until our government assumed office and decided to resume construction, and the result is the beautiful edifice we are seeing here today for commissioning. I would like to thank former President Kufuor for his vision to build a stadium for the nation's premier university. And I also want to thank the GET Fund for providing the initial funding. Dr. Richard Boedu is here for providing the initial funding to the University of Ghana and to all those who have played various roles to ensure the completion of the stadium. As the University of Ghana celebrates its landmark 75th anniversary, there could not have been a more fitting monument for the anniversary. This has come at the right time to host the Africa Games, and also as a befitting legacy to the university and its community. Our government has taken sports very seriously and sports infrastructure very seriously. And this University of Ghana Sports Stadium also adds to the impressive list of sports infrastructure our government has constructed over the last 7 years, including 10 multi-purpose sports stadia. We are building in the 10 old regions, and we have completed 6 out of the 10, and we expect the other 4 to be completed this year. We have also completed over 150 astroturfs in communities across the country. When we came into government, Ghana had only 3 astroturfs. And today we can speak of 150 additional ones. What is absolutely in no doubt is that our government has built more for sports facilities, more sports infrastructure than any other government since independence. No government has built as much sports infrastructure than our government, and the data is clear. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in spite of Ghana being a founding member of the African Games. Ghana has never hosted the Games. The desire has always been there, yet we have not been able to host it. Now, the African Games is right here with us, and we have a unique opportunity to make history. So let us come together as a nation to maximize the benefits of hosting Africa's greatest sports festival. The African Games is a celebration of the continent's sporting talents and its beautiful people. So let us ensure that the competition is held in an atmosphere of camaraderie, unity, and celebration of the cultural diversity that is uniquely African. The history of the African Games is tied to the history of the continent. The Games thus inhabits the spirit of Africa and Pan-Africanism. Our theme for this edition of the African Games is Experience the African Dream. And this theme is steeped in the core values of unity, independence, political and economic cooperation, as well as historical and cultural awareness. Throughout the Games, we would experience the varied transitions and cultures of our brothers and sisters. Let us also show them more of our globally renowned Ghanaian hospitality. I am told that we are expecting over 13,000 elite athletes, sports technocrats, technicians, and officials, including volunteers, and they are expected to participate and serve in the competition. Apart from the African Games, wider social and cultural, health and economic context, the Games have the capacity to trigger off a wide range of external benefits, including building social capital, stimulating economic development, facilitating employment opportunities, and promoting healthy lifestyles and peaceful coexistence. The African Games is also a major avenue to highlight sports as a means to create jobs for the youth. The competition also offers the opportunity to leverage sports as a tool for comprehensive, sustainable socioeconomic development. Ladies and gentlemen, it is for these reasons that our government, under the leadership of a true sports enthusiast, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, took the bold decision to bid for and win the rights for Ghana to host this edition of the African Games. Preparations towards the Games, including the construction of facilities, have not been easy, but our determination has triumphed, and the rewards, both direct and indirect, have already started. Ladies and gentlemen, government, through the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the local organizing committee of the 13th African Games, 2023, has worked tirelessly with the African Union Sports Council, Association of National Olympic Committees of Africa, and Associations of African Sports Confederations to organize and host the Games. All of government and other state and non-state actors are collaborating with the ministry and local organizing committee to deliver the best African Games to date. It has taken so much work and effort to be where we are today. It is indeed refreshing, especially looking back at how some pessimists loudly called for Ghana to withdraw from hosting the competition when the preparations faced some challenges due to unforeseen circumstances, as we are all aware. As we geared up for the Games, we are geared up for the Games in a few days, I urge you, the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the local organizing committee, to remain focused and give us a successful competition, problem-free competition, which will reflect the investment and commitment we have shown so far. Also, the support of all of us is required to make the Games a success. I sincerely invite and urge all of us to put our shoulders to the plow and make Ghana and Africa proud. On this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to hereby declare the beautiful University of Ghana Sports Stadium and Rugby Stadium duly commissioned. Thank you for your attention. God bless you, and God bless our homeland, Ghana.